Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 10WT Tips, where every single week we teach you how to form the healthy habits that will transform your body and your life. At the 10-Week Transformation, we teach you a 5-step framework. It starts with building your big, which is your why behind your fitness. Then you set your success indicator, which is where you want to be and by when. Then we help you identify your progress indicators, which are your 2 to 3 weekly goals that will inevitably allow you to make progress towards your overall goal. Next, we help you plan your pills, which are the micro habits that will increase the likelihood that you succeed amidst the chaos and the busyness of your week. And then fifth and finally, we help you set up your scoreboard, which gives you the feeling of game on. If you do these steps, your habits are going to be rock solid, your self-confidence is going to skyrocket, and you'll be on the path to your best you. Every single week, we help individuals who are hungry for growth get closer to the best version of themselves so that they can live a meaningful and impactful life. I'm your host, Nick Carrier, and today I'm super excited to talk about how to master your emotions so you can make healthy choices. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 10WT Tips. I am so excited about this episode. This is something that I've started to learn more about because I see it show up on a regular basis with my clients. And this is the topic of emotions and the importance of being able to manage the emotions in a way where you can still make healthy decisions. Because how many of us have had something go wrong in the day and it's an emotional thing, and then we go get fast food, or we go sit down and have ice cream, or we just snack on a bunch of Cheez-Its or crackers or whatever it is your guilty pleasure, right? I've heard from so many people come out of their mouth that I'm just an emotional eater, and they kind of just accept that reality for themselves. But if they accept that reality for themselves, then it will continue to get the best of them. It will continue to hold them back from achieving the goals that they want to achieve with their health and fitness. And so it's real, though. Like, emotions are real, and how emotions affect our behavior is so real and it's so impactful that it's such an important question to ask as to how can I manage my emotions in a way so that they don't get the best of my behaviors. And I recently listened to a podcast with Erwin McManus, who's a pastor that I listen to on a regular basis, and he talked a lot about self-mastery when it comes to managing your emotions and managing your thoughts. And today we're going to talk about the emotional standpoint because, again, this is such a big component. I have so many of my 10-Week Transformation participants who experience life, right? We experience life. Emotional things happen in our lives, and oftentimes those get the best of us. And so managing our emotions actually plays such a massive role in whether or not we're going to achieve our health and fitness goals, because if our emotions dictate our behaviors and those behaviors are bad and they're not helpful, then we're going to fall off track. And if we fall off track, then we're going to lose motivation. Then if we lose motivation, we're going to stop taking action. We're going to stop going to the gym, and it's just a downward cycle from there. So if we can find a way to manage our emotions so that we can actually be bigger than those negative emotions that we experience, then we're going to be 10 times better off and 10 times more consistent, and we're going to see a lot better results. And so, man, this is such an important topic, managing your emotions. So the way that I want to essentially give an overview of this topic is the first thing you have to do with managing your emotions, and this is what Erwin McManus said, is you have to establish a principle that your emotions do not give you the right to your actions. Your emotions do not give you the right to your actions. Otherwise said, emotions are messengers, but they're not dictators. I think that part is so key. Emotions are messengers, not dictators. Emotions are very helpful. Emotions are very important. They're not to be neglected. I think the wrong way to approach this is to just suppress your emotions and suppress all the negative things that might be going on in your life. You don't want to suppress that. That's just going to build up and cause more stress and more probably inflammation in your body, and then maybe a bigger bad decision a little bit later on. So we don't want to just suppress our emotions. We want to acknowledge them. We want to understand them. We want to see them as a messenger. We want to see them as feedback, but they shouldn't be dictating every decision that we make. And so a couple of different examples that I want to bring to the forefront is, like, so many of us maybe step on a scale and then it has an emotional trigger and we're upset about the number that pops up on the scale. And then because we don't have the self-mastery of managing our emotions, they act on the emotion of being upset, and then they go and kick their feet up on the couch and they order DoorDash and they watch Netflix. And that's not going to help your outcome of not being happy with the number on the scale, right? It's about, okay, acknowledging that I'm experiencing the emotion of being upset with the number on the scale. But let's make a different decision. Let's not let the emotion rule the action. Let's be bigger than the emotion and choose an action that can actually be helpful in solving the negative of the emotion. And maybe say I'm going to make dinner at home tonight rather than order DoorDash and kick my feet up and watch Netflix. Maybe I'm going to make dinner at home tonight, and maybe I'm going to book a class for the gym tomorrow. I'm just going to go to the gym tomorrow. How much more helpful is that than acting on the emotion of being upset? So we have to be bigger than the emotion and transcend that emotion. Another common error or common thing that people allow get the best of them is they're having a really healthy week, and then all of a sudden they have a bad meal. Maybe it's Wednesday night and they go out with friends and they order something unhealthy, or it's Thursday at lunchtime and they have lunch with coworkers and they order something unhealthy, and then they're frustrated with themselves because they made a bad decision. And that frustration, if acted upon, can lead somebody to spiraling out of control the rest of the week. We've all felt that feeling before of like, man, screw it now. Like, I messed this up. Might as well wait till the beginning of next week to pick myself back up. And that's not helpful, once again, to achieving your health and fitness goals. So it's like, okay, I'm going to acknowledge the frustration. I'm going to acknowledge the frustration of I made a bad decision here, but let's be bigger than that and ask myself, why? Why did I make that bad decision? Was there something that I didn't do, that I didn't set myself up for success? Was there something else that was going on in my day that I could have managed a little bit better? What's going on here? So not taking action purely off of the frustration and doing something destructive with your health and fitness goals, but acknowledging and understanding that, okay, I'm experiencing the emotion of frustration right now. Why am I experiencing the frustration, and how can I make sure that I minimize the future experiences of frustration? That is what self-mastery is understanding that you have the emotion, seeing it, recognizing it, and then saying, what can I do to be bigger than this? What can I do to transcend this? That is what daily choices of mastering your emotions actually looks like. Because I think when somebody just makes emotional decision after emotional decision after emotional decision, to me, that's a sign of immaturity. Now, I'm not saying I've never made an emotional decision before, right? I've definitely have, but I'm trying to make emotional decisions less and less, because to me, again, that's a sign of immaturity when your emotions rule the behaviors that you do in life. So be bigger than that. Be bigger than that. Every single one of you listening to this has the ability to master your emotions and have that level of self-mastery so that your negative emotions don't lead you to make unhealthy choices. You have the ability to be the person to understand and recognize the emotion, but then be cool, calm, collected, and then make a calculated decision that is beneficial for you and your goals after that. So again, to kind of summarize everything, if you are somebody who allows your emotions to get the best of you and you let those negative emotions influence bad behaviors with your health and your fitness, with nutrition and working out, then we let this principle guide us that your emotions do not give you the right to your actions. That emotions are simply messengers. They're not dictators. You want to experience them. You don't want to suppress them, but you want to understand that they're there. And then you want to transcend them and pick a more helpful action to help support your future goals moving forward. I hope this is helpful for you. I know that emotional eating is something that we all experience to a certain degree, one way or not, but it's not good enough to just accept that I'm an emotional eater. You can be bigger than that, and you have the ability to do that if you can gain self-mastery of your emotions, and you can apply that principle of your emotions do not give you the right to your actions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want you to share it with a friend or family member who you know is maybe an emotional eater or makes bad decisions based off their emotions. Send this to them so that they can start to work out of that and start to get the mindset of my actions are not going to be ruled by my emotions. Also, you guys need to be joining my Instagram live workouts this summer long. You can sign up for absolutely free at nickcarrier.com/Instagram live. We do some lower body, some upper body, some core workouts. They're 20 minutes. They're bangers of a 20 minutes. You'll absolutely love them. So go to nickcarrier.com/Instagram live to sign up. But other than that, I hope today mastering your emotions helps you get closer and closer to your health and fitness goals and ultimately closer to your best you.